The Alien Core by P.J. Mcdermott. Narrated by Lisa Negron. Extract from a manuscript discovered near Hierapolis, Turkey, in 2095 AD. At the end of days, the Lord of Light will return to every world in the universe. He will lead all true believers to this earth, where they will be united with their brothers, both the dead and the living, and they shall live with the Father and all his sons for eternity. Chapter 1. Aquarius 4, 2176 AD. Lightning snaked down from the leaden sky and struck the ground barely 100 yards from the girl. She ducked involuntarily, then swore. Stupid! And slow! She redoubled her efforts and sprinted for the teepee tree, thunder crashing about her head and hail pummeling the ground. Reaching her goal, Hickory paused and gingerly parted the weeping branches that helped anchor the plant in the marshy soil. She peered inside. The tent-like interior gave off a musty smell, but it was dry. She activated a glow globe and checked to make sure there were no disagreeable inhabitants. The tree was a favorite refuge for wildlife, offering warmth and shelter from the harsh climate of Aquarius 4. Hickory squeezed inside and sat on the carpet of dry leaves, resting her back against the tree trunk. She listened to the storm for a few seconds while gathering her breath, then wiped the rain from her face and removed the envelope from her pocket. It was a curious object. No one used paper these days. If they needed to write, T-mail was the medium of choice. But most people didn't even bother with that, preferring the more intimate contact of their sim. The implant hooked into the visual and auditory cortices of the brain, providing almost instantaneous communication. A letter, though, did offer anonymity, should the writer so desire. That was the first clue to the sender. She brought the envelope close and sniffed. The lightest of perfumes, vaguely familiar, tickled her nose. An image of short blonde hair and dark-rimmed eyes rose before her. Julia? The assistant medical officer was a strange one. She was always moping around the flight deck or sitting by herself in a far corner of the lounge. She'd given Hickory one or two dark glances over recent days, and when Hickory tried to engage the girl in conversation, Julia had looked her up and down in a way that made her blood boil. She slipped one finger under the flap and carefully eased open the envelope. Inside was a single sheet of paper.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?